Hey everyone, welcome back to the Community Center podcast. I'm Tony Romanelli, and today we're diving into a topic that's redefining the social media landscape, the shift from influencers to community leaders. For years, influencers were the voices we turned to on platforms like Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. They showcased aspirational lifestyles, introduced us to new products, and cultivated loyal followings. But lately, a new kind of leader is emerging. One who prioritizes genuine connections, provides real value, and actively empowers the people in their community. So let's talk about why Goodbye Influencers and Hello Community Leaders is becoming a reality. Now, before we get into it, let's start by actually defining what we mean by influencers and community leaders. Influencers have dominated social media for years, known for their reach and ability to sell a lifestyle or a product. They're skilled in grabbing attention, curating highly appealing content, and building massive followings. But here's the thing. A lot of what they're doing is, at its core, aspirational marketing. Followers look up to influencers and maybe even want to emulate them, but there's often only a one-way interaction. The follower watches, the influencer entertains. Community leaders, by contrast, are more invested in fostering two-way engagement and creating spaces where everyone benefits. They aren't just here to be admired or to promote a product. They're here to uplift, support, and grow their community. Community leaders focus on the let's do this together rather than the look at me. People are increasingly choosing these leaders because they're relatable, accessible, and provide value beyond self-promotion. A great example of this is the fitness and wellness industry. If you think back a few years, fitness influencers dominated the space by posting highly stylized workout videos, motivational captions, and lots of product endorsements. But followers were often just consumers of that content. It was rarely ever interactive. Now, however, fitness leaders have changed the dynamic. Look at Yoga with Adrienne. Adrienne Mishler doesn't just post yoga tutorials, she created a movement around mindfulness and accessibility in wellness. Her approach invites people to show up as they are and to focus on their own progress. She offers regular challenges, open communication with her community, and even interactive sessions that make people feel connected. Then there's Natasha Ocean on YouTube, who is also a fantastic example. Instead of posting purely aesthetic-driven content, she's built a reputation on scientifically backed fitness advice. She interacts with her community by answering questions, addressing comments, and sharing resources that promote mental and physical well-being. Her content is transparent, informative, and genuinely empowering. And that's why her audience is so engaged and loyal. So why are we seeing this shift? What's leading people to choose community leaders over community influencers? Honestly, it comes down to a few things. Number one, trust and authenticity. Audiences are getting savvier. They're much better at recognizing when they're being sold to, and they value transparency over a polished image. Community leaders are often transparent about their intentions and are more relatable than influencers who focus purely on projecting that perfect image. One platform that's embraced this shift is Patreon. It enables creators to build communities with direct support from their fans. Followers aren't just paying for exclusive content, they're investing in a deeper, more authentic relationship with the creator. Creators often share their process, respond to their supporters' feedback, and create spaces where everyone gets to feel involved. It's a collaborative model where people feel like they're genuinely part of something, not just on the receiving end of an overly priced promotion. Number two is engagement and accessibility. Community leaders aren't just posting content, they're interacting, responding to questions, and fostering genuine dialogue. Influencers may have millions of followers, but it can often feel like a one-sided interaction. Community leaders, on the other hand, are deeply engaged and extremely approachable. A great example of this is Casey Neistat over on YouTube. While he initially gained fame as a content creator, over time he's become a community leader by encouraging his fellow creators, sharing his process, and supporting fans who aspire to create. He openly discusses struggles, wins, and the reality of life behind the camera, which resonates with people who want authenticity. Number three is value beyond content. Community leaders offer value that goes beyond just the content they create. Think of someone leading a mental health community. They're not just posting inspirational quotes, they're often providing resources, hosting discussion groups, and encouraging their community to support each other. Take Dr. Julie Smith, a clinical psychologist who uses her platform to share mental health insights on TikTok and Instagram. Her content doesn't just provide knowledge, it creates a supportive, understanding community where people feel comfortable discussing mental health openly. She doesn't position herself as someone to idolize, but rather as a supportive resource for her community. The gaming industry is another area where we see a strong community leader presence. Influencers in gaming may primarily focus on showcasing their skills, but community leaders do so much more. They bring players together, foster connections, and create a sense of belonging. Jacksepticeye is a prime example. He's known for his gaming content, but what really sets him apart is his focus on his community. He engages with fans not only by playing games, but also sharing personal stories, addressing mental health topics, and creating a space where people can feel accepted. His Thankmas charity streams are a huge community event, where he invites everyone to participate and make a difference together. This is the hallmark of a true community leader, someone who's not just entertaining, but also empowering others to make an impact. You know, gaming brands are catching on now too. Platforms like Discord are building community-first experiences for gamers. Developers are now creating official Discord servers where players can interact directly with developers, participate in exclusive events, and give feedback. It's no longer about a one-sided fandom. It's about gamers coming together to contribute to a shared space. Brands have taken note of the shift as well. Rather than focusing solely on influencer partnerships, they're investing in creating their own communities on platforms like Discord, Slack, and Reddit. Companies are hiring community managers who are focused on engagement and interaction, not just promotion. A fantastic example here is Notion, the productivity app. Notion didn't just build a tool, they built an entire community. They have forums, local meetups, and online spaces where users can connect, share templates, and offer advice. Notion empowers its community to help one another, creating a network of ambassadors who support the brand because they feel a true connection to it. Then there's LEGO, which has already taken community building to the next level. LEGO Ideas is an online community where fans can submit their own ideas for new LEGO sets. If a submission gains enough support, it might even go into production. This approach not only engages fans, but also makes them feel like co-creators, giving them a tangible stake in the brand's success. All right, let's pivot for a moment and talk about cause-based communities. Communities focused on social or environmental change. Influencers sometimes align with a cause, but community leaders are often at the forefront of building these initiatives. Take Greta Thunberg and the Fridays for Future movement. What started as one student's protest grew into a global community of climate activists. Greta isn't just in it for followers or fame, she's a community leader who empowers people to take action in their own cities. Fridays for Future has a presence in countless countries, with local leaders organizing events, sharing resources, and encouraging sustainable action. Greta's role isn't to dictate, but to inspire, and that's what makes her such an impactful community leader. Another example is Humans of New York, led by Brandon Stanton. What started as a photography blog evolved into a movement, with Brandon sharing the stories of everyday people to foster empathy and understanding. People follow Humans of New York not just for the stories, but to be part of a global community that values kindness, compassion, and human connection. To wrap it up, the shift from influencers to community leaders isn't just a passing trend. It's a reflection of what people truly value online. People want genuine, meaningful connections. They want to be a part of something that adds value to their lives, not to just follow someone else's highlight reel. Community leaders are here to empower, support, and create a real, lasting impact. As we say goodbye to the traditional influencer model, let's say hello to these incredible community builders who are leading with authenticity and purpose. This shift shows us that the future of social media isn't just about amassing followers, it's about building real communities that make a real and lasting difference. Well guys, thanks for tuning in to today's episode of The Community Center. If you're inspired by the idea of community building, stay tuned. We'll be diving even deeper into the strategies and skills that make effective community leaders in future episodes. Follow me on all the big social networks. All my links are on my website, TonyRomanelli.com. Until next time, keep connecting, keep growing, and keep leading with purpose.